and welcome back to my channel, Mama in the Mitten. My name is Chantel and today I'm going to be cleaning and organizing our hair drawer. So I have this 3-drawer Sterilite container in my bathroom and I use this for a variety of things, but in this video I'm going to be working in the center drawer, which is our hair drawer. So if you notice up here, if you're curious, in the top drawer I just have some Q-tips and some cotton swabs in here, some unopened deodorant, and then further down here is where we're going to be focusing on today, all of the hair stuff that I use for my daughter who is 4 years old. Then down here at the bottom I just have some bath toys, first aid kits, stuff like that. I also have a 10-month-old daughter, Kelsey. So this is what it looks like here next to the sink in my bathroom. So we're just gonna focus today, like I said, on this center drawer. And so these are some of the containers that I'm gonna be using to organize all of the hair stuff. So these pink ones are little snack containers that came from Dollar Tree. And then over here to the right that are just clear acrylic containers, this came from Amazon. So in here is 25 pieces and it has a 4 size variety, so it was a little pack. And then this one up top is like a little 2-pack divider of these same kind of sized little containers. I love these little snack containers for so many different things. But we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the drawer now. So this is what the before shot of this hair drawer kind of looked like. Problem that I've really had with this drawer is the fact that it is stacked of like 3 different rows of stuff. Some of the stuff is brand new in packages, so it's just kind of thrown in there. I do have some things in its own separate containers, like these headbands over here and these little scarves, but it's not really a functional space. And early in the morning while we're getting ready for school, I would like it to be a little bit easier for me to find Olivia some different hair accessories. But here is just a view of what these little dividers kind of look like out of the packaging. So they're all open. These are a pretty nice variety pack from Amazon, and then like I said, from Dollar Tree as well. So now here I am just going ahead and getting started taking everything out. As you can tell, I already have some of the stuff in its own separate containers, and then I decided some of it, like these 2 kind of bigger containers that have the headbands and stuff, I left those in there. And then in this is not Godiva chocolate, it's just more hair accessories. So I do like that box because it has a nice lid, but all these little baggies of stuff and just unopened or half opened packages, it's not useful the way it is, the way it's set up. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and get this stuff organized, because there's no way that I'm reaching all the way at the bottom of this drawer to get a little hair bow. So hopefully when this is done and in use, it will actually work out well for us. So hopefully we'll see how it works. I haven't really used it quite yet. It's just the first day of doing this, so we'll see. So after everything is taken out of the drawer, I'm just go ahead and wiping everything down. Didn't really get dirty or anything in here. I just like to always work with like a clean surface, especially when I'm organizing stuff. Just makes the whole process feel a little bit fresh and new. So I just like to keep everything nice and clean. So like I said, I'm just taking these bigger containers that are already filled and just setting them right back where they were, because it's the best way that I have found that these can be organized and set up. However, in this blue container, there's a bunch of these little clips that I'm going to show you, the little flower clips that are all the way at the bottom of the bin. And like I said, I'm not going to be reaching early in the morning for those clips if they're all the way at the bottom. So I decided to take them out and then put them in a different little container. So now that they're all out, I can put this right back here where it was to begin with, and then I can just kind of move on to the next little section. So I'm just trying to figure out how I had this, and now that I got it, I'm just going to make sure that it's closing properly and I can move on to the next thing. So I have everything now laid out here so I can kind of see what I have to work with. This is just kind of how my brain works and how the process of my organization goes. I like to see everything that I'm working with so I can configure how I want the containers to be, like what size things I need, and just kind of be able to see it all laid out right there in front of me. So you can see I have similar items all piled together just so I can kind of know exactly what I have and what I'm working with. So most of Olivia's bows that she has are actually in her room, hanging on a different organizational thing. These are just more of like the fancy things that she has and just some other like hair elastics. So just kind of know that this is definitely not all of the hair accessories and hair bows that she has, because we have a ton more. But now here I am just going ahead and kind of sitting here figuring out how I want to begin. So I decided to take this little divider container. So obviously it has like two different sections built into it. I've never seen these at Dollar Tree before, but I really am glad that I picked this one up because I found it to be really useful for what I'm about to use it for. So what I decided to use it for was for these little butterfly clips, and then there's some other little flower clips that are here. So this worked out really well. I do think that if we are to acquire any more, which is very possible, I might need to get another one or something, but for the time being, this has worked out quite nice. So what I'm kind of doing here is just looking at all of the different clips that I have and figuring out how I wanted to have them. So I obviously decided here that I wanted to start over because I started off just kind of putting them in sections that are like the similar, like I had flower clips and then butterfly clips, so we're kind of separating them that way. But then I decided I'm going to do it by color. So I decided here I'm going to put on the right the pink and purple clips, and then on the other side I'm just going to put all other colors because most of the clips that we have are pink and purple. So you'll see pink and purple here, and then all different other clips, so white, green, and blue, and I think there's like an orange or yellow. So that's kind of how I decided to organize those, and so far it has worked out nicely. So now that that is all done, looking good, I'm gonna just move on to the next thing. So I am kind of figuring out what do I want to do, just thinking about it right here. And I also really like these little round containers that also come from Dollar Tree. I think they are like really made for like condiments or something, for like lunches, like something like that. But I want to say they come in a pack of like 6 or 8, but I like to use these for hair accessories. So I like those round ones too, but right now I'm using that little snack container. I really like how everything can fit nicely in it, and it just has a lid and stays clipped really well together. So I am using that. I've also used these containers in my classroom. If you don't know, I was a teacher for 3rd and 4th grade, so I've used these before also for a pack of like 24 crayons. I use them for decks of cards. They fit perfectly for both of those things. Plus there's just a million other ways that you can use little containers like this in the classroom, or if you are a homeschooler or just have a lot of arts and crafts, those are really good for that as well. So here I am just kind of organizing some more of these little hair elastics, and I eventually decided to switch that one out because it kind of got too stuffed here, as you can see. So eventually I took some of these out and kind of split them up into one of the other containers that I had. But now I am moving on to some of these other bigger hair elastics. I'm just kind of seeing right now how much space I have, just opening up the drawer and kind of seeing how much space, because I don't want to really layer things, because like I said earlier, it doesn't work out so well when I have things layered. I just need everything right there in front of me so I can be able to see what I'm working with and just kind of move on from there. So here is this Amazon container with some of the bigger hair elastics or scrunchies, whatever they are. And then I'm just putting some of these little fancy bows on the opposite side, and then just kind of putting in similar items that kind of, I think, go together. So I'm just putting those all in there and hoping that they will fit the way that I kind of wanted them to fit in my mind. So now I'm just kind of looking at this smaller acrylic container, thinking what do I want to do with the remaining stuff, and then I decided to put some of the other stuff that I have in this little black zipper container. Just some of the stuff that Olivia's hair is not quite ready for yet, because she doesn't have so much hair, so some of the stuff will be tucked away for a different time, or it's just some of the stuff that's more my hair stuff, so I just have some of it away. But I decided to use this little round container for these little plastic hair scrunchie things. I don't know, they remind Olivia of little bracelets, but they're supposed to be like tangle free or whatever. So we have those. Then I put these little sparkly bows in this smaller acrylic container, and I'm just kind of seeing what I want to put where, because this is kind of the last little bit. So I decided to put some more items in there, and then I decided to switch my mind. So it's a lot of trial and error as you're doing organizing of anything. But now here I am opening up the drawer with the other two boxes that are in there, and then I'm just going to fill in all the stuff that I just now organized. So I'm going to put it in there and then see how it turns out. All right, well, this is kind of how the drawer turned out after everything was put in there. If you look on the left side, we have some space. So I have some wiggle room if we get new hair accessories or if we want to move anything around. So that's kind of nice about being able to have things organized. Everything has its own home, and also there's room to get more accessories or kind of play around with stuff, whatever we want to do. I do like how this turned out. I think it'll be a lot more functional, especially in the morning, or if I want to ask Olivia to get something, she will know exactly where the thing is. So I always love that, and she always likes to help and be independent. So I think it'll work out pretty good for us. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed watching this video, please go ahead and give it a like. I would really appreciate that. Please subscribe. I would also really appreciate that. And I will see you in my next video. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.